Dante 562. What's going on, guys? So, yep, we made it to another year, 2013. 2012 was an extraordinary year of boxing. It was great for the boxing fans, for the sport. We've seen possibly some of the biggest upsets in the sport in the history of boxing. We've seen some breakthrough performances that created new stars to get even bigger, possibly. We've seen Floyd Mayweather deal with some serious adversity, seeing him handcuffed and walk into prison or jail, whatever you want to call it. We've seen a lot of different things in the year 2012, but the main thing is we got to see some great fights, really competitive fights. A lot of people stepped up. We got to see a lot of people step up against serious competition for the first time, right? And I feel 2013 will be no different when it comes to great fights. The 126-pound division is starting to shape up to really be a nice, competitive division. I mean, when I think of all of the fighters coming up in that division, you got Gary Russell, you got Jesse Magdaleno, you got, Donaire, which I'm not even going to go there with him on this video, but he's possibly going to move up to 126 eventually. And you have Juamma, Lopez still around, Mikey Garcia, Orlando Salido, and there's a whole bunch of other names that I've been watching, cats I've been watching on Showbox coming up. But anyway, yeah, man, the division is really shaping up to be very, very good. And that's the reason why I'm setting it up this way, because I think this Mikey Garcia, Orlando Salido fight is another fantastic matchup. For the first time, I feel with this fight, this is Mikey Garcia's coming out party, right? Everything that Mikey Garcia has been doing in his life as a boxer, it was all done for this moment right here, to show that he is a real fighter, to show that he is a real champion. Okay? Orlando Salido, he is not the easiest opponent to face. He's somewhat of an awkward brawler, but with intelligence. He's not a typical just in your face. He's not some kind of little arse, just, like some dumb fighter. Orlando Salido, he's a smart fighter. And when you really look at what Orlando Salido has accomplished, it's pretty impressive. You look at his fights with Juamma Lopez, and the thing with the Juamma Lopez fights, and let me just speak about Juamma Lopez, for just a quick minute. Juamma, I don't know what happened to Juamma, but it seemed to me like the further he went in his career, the more he started to throw extreme caution to the wind. When he first was coming up as an undefeated prospect, he was a thinking fighter. He was aggressive, but he had slickness. He had good agility and defense and quick, beautiful counterpunching ability, and he seldomly ever got hit. For some reason, something just changed, and you started to see him just welling punches at cats and leaving himself open. Like when he fought against Rafael Marquez. I thought he was going to beat Marquez simple, easy. And I'm sitting here watching the fight, and I'm like, man, this dude is leaving himself wide open. He's going to get caught with something. And in that Marquez fight, he got caught about maybe, I think, 1 or 2 times where he really got staggered. And it was a situation that was unnecessary for the type of talent and skill that someone like Juamma Lopez possessed, right? But like I said, by the time he fought Orlando Salido, it almost seemed to me like he wasn't really the exact same Juamma anymore. He was very easy to hit. Like even when Juamma fought against Roger Matagua, he just looked so vulnerable. Like even when he was on the attack, every time he attacked, he just did it so carelessly, where he left himself open. It just didn't seem like the same Juamma to me. Now maybe, who knows? Maybe I'm just giving Juamma too much credit. And maybe he was always like this and he just needed that type of opponent to expose that vulnerability that he has or possesses. I don't know. But to me, it seems like he started throwing too much caution to the wind, and he didn't take things as serious as he did before. He started thinking he could just blow these cats out with power punches instead of using his intelligence. So, the reason why I'm saying all of this, because it correlates to us talking about Orlando Salido. Now, with Orlando Salido, he came in, and I think that the way that Juamma was fighting, Juamma was tailor-made for Orlando's style. He gave him his best chance, right? So, Orlando Salido, he had an impressive knockout. As far as I'm concerned, he outboxed and he outfought Juamma Lopez. So, this is not going to be the easiest fight for somebody like Mikey Garcia. But overall, when I compare the talents and the attributes, I feel that it's no doubt that Mikey Garcia, he has way more talent. He has way more boxing ability. He's the better boxer. He's a smarter boxer. Overall, I feel that he wins the fight when it comes to natural attributes. The only attribute or element that I would say that Orlando Salido has an advantage in is his experience. His experience, his durability. His durability to walk it, to go through deep waters and not be intimidated. This will be Mikey Garcia's serious test. Just like how I compare a lot of other fighters on my videos to having their final test moment, so we can find out if they're serious or not, or were they just some hype job. Because we've seen a lot of undefeated fighters. Matter of fact, we've seen undefeated fighters last year that were supposed to be the next this person or that person, and they end up losing soon as they got really tested. So, this is Mikey Garcia's test. And when I break down both opponents and I look at each other, like I said before, I see Mikey Garcia as the much more talented fighter. But the question is going to be, is he going to freak out when he sees Orlando Salido taking good shots and still fighting and coming forward, right? Mikey Garcia is supposed to win this fight. Mikey Garcia should win this fight, hands down. Mikey Garcia he's not a Juamma Lopez. He's not going to just sit there flat-footed, throwing wild-ass fucking hooks, not expecting counter punches back. He's not going to do that. Mikey Garcia, he's going to box long and tall, and he's going to use it. He's going to use the educated jab, educated right-handed combinations. But like I said, the only question is, will he buckle under the pressure of being on this stage with a very, very durable opponent? My bet is he beats him. My bet is Mikey Garcia, he wins this fight, and this is his coming out party. I say Mikey Garcia knocks out Salido. I mean, he should be able to knock him out. So I say he knocks him out. I won't give a late round stoppage prediction or anything like that. I feel it's going to be anytime probably after about the third round. Anytime on after that. I see this fight as ending in a knockout, and I cannot see it go 12 rounds. Orlando, he's been hurt and he's been on the ground a lot of times. So, like I said, we'll see, man. We'll see. Obviously, this is just a prediction, and it could go completely the opposite of how I assume it'll go. But that's how I see it. So this is just a little quick prediction video of Mikey Garcia against Orlando Salido, and we'll see what happens. I'm on to the next one, y'all.